welcome back, everybody. Good to see you, Carolina Keith, regular Keith, Professor Keith. My camera's jacked up. Hang on. That's better. It's still not right. I hate when this happens. See, y'all can't tell, but every time I do a computer update, my computer likes to turn off the EOS webcam utility, which is what the camera uses to connect to OBS Studio, which connects to YouTube, and it causes havoc every time this happens. So nonetheless, good to see everyone. I hope you had an awesome week. Man, we got some stuff to talk about here in a second. Just wanted to say hey to everyone first and express my gratitude to all of you. We've been through a lot on this channel. A lot of ups and downs, and the way the channel was even created is quite the story. Thought it would be cool to chill tonight, not stress out about charts too much, and just remember some of the good times we had and enjoy a little bit with all my people on here. So let's get into it, shall we? And we shall. If you haven't done so, please. You don't have to anymore, I guess, but you can go hit like and subscribe. While you're there, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any notifications from now on. I'll still kind of try to maybe do some stuff on here, but I'll explain. Let me pop the chat out for everybody. Pop out. Get this over here. Kind of like that. And we'll go ahead and say hey to everybody, and we're going to pour a drink. Tonight I got the glass out. I got my sack in my hand here.
Pause.
Yeah, I said it. It's a sack full of stones. These are cold stones. They're granite stones that I put in the whiskey glass. They don't absorb anything, and they keep the whiskey nice and chilled. I've got some larceny tonight. I'm working on trying to finish some of these off so I can change it up and get some new stuff. There we go. And let's have a toast to everybody, man. I'm not getting super drunk on here. I have to take my son to early college in the morning, okay? So let's not go crazy. But shout out to everybody on here, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Big ups to all of y'all. It's not possible without people who actually come on here and hang out and watch, which is crazy that anyone's even coming on here and hanging out and watching. Thank you to all of you. Big shouts. Let's have a drink, shall we? Take a little sippy, sippy, sip. Nice. So, real quick, what's up, Papa Nick Fresh? Good to see you, brother. You've been around since early 2020. I got some videos I'll show here in a minute. Let me switch this to Bitcoin, by the way. I just realized I had some shitcoin pulled up. We'll switch this to Bitcoin real fast. There we go. All right, Opalara, good to see you. Opalara, out with the old, in with the new, exactly right. Slutty Rude, Darren, Win Mullet, brother has been around since the beginning. Big shouts. I'm on the phone with him here in a minute, or on the phone with him a minute ago. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. One of my best friends in the world, Andrew Foria, wouldn't be here without him. Nomad Hitch, good to see you, Conley. Jeff Thomas, Frank, one of my first people around. Good to see you here, Frank. Judy, how you doing? Ron McDonald, Carmine Glitch. Bittersweet, it is bittersweet, and I'll explain. Made Figures, Give Me Zale. Other Rob, good to see you, brother. You've been around the block too. Brad Williams, man said he's got Fireball out. Okay. Burner, Crypto Profits, Golden Tall Man. Chart Don't Lie, Certain Word Does. You got it, brother. Ron Poteet, Fabio, Allison Hall, good to see you. Never going too far away. I'll explain. China Matt, good to see you, brother. Antonio Matassa, Mike Isaac, good to see you. Phonetic Duck, Alex Capazzo, I can't say that right, but shout out, brother. Colo Colo, Mago, Anonymity. I went too fast. Crew Chief, good to see you. Yingling, all right, bro. Alex Ball, 786 Mafia out in Australia. Techno God, good to see you. Galleria Delvia, good to see you. Cody Kensel, Zach, Rise Zach, good to see you, Rug. What's up, my guy? Anthony Kaufman, where you at, brother? Parker, Axel Forbear, Travis, good to see you. Sir Sigma, Mike, Rainy Day. So check this out, everyone. I said hey to everyone. Let me explain the situation of what happened. I'm not going away and disappearing. Just moving over to new platforms. I can't say all the words I want to say because I don't want to risk it, but you've all seen me get on here with you guys once or twice a week and do live streams for quite an extended period of time now. Yeah. Not only that, but I uploaded videos along the way, different videos on how to do things, different videos on technical analysis, uploaded videos that would explain other stuff like, how to use TradingView or whatever, right? I don't want to lose any of those videos because in my opinion, the entire value of what we do comes from those videos that are over there for you all to go back and watch. And you can go on to the instructional video section over in the YouTube channel here. And, you can look through all the different videos we have. You can look through all the different live streams. We've never deleted anything off the channel here when it comes to crypto, okay? You can even go back to all the way at the very genesis of the YouTube channel and watch me work on cars. Hey, whatever you want to do. So I was on a live stream, and I won't say the person's name because I don't want to risk it. I was on a live stream the other day for quite an extended period of time. We had an awesome live stream. Honestly, y'all, it was. I've done a lot of collaboration videos with other creators. I've done a lot of live streams myself. Y'all have been here. Honestly, it was probably the best live stream I've ever been on. It's killer. We had tons of good content, tons of good questions. Obviously, nothing's ever financial advice. All I do here is read data and report it out the way I think it should be read out. Well, it appears that some people in the world think that's not the case. He never had a problem with this channel before, not even a strike. And for those of you who've watched this channel before, I've had strikes. They tag me for stuff and say that the content's stolen or whatever. And you guys can all watch me do this stuff live. Nothing's stolen. It's right off the hip. I just spit it right out.
Pause.
Not like that.
Bruh.
So, yeah. Anyway, the channel that I was on, within 5 or 10 minutes after the stream ended, snap of a finger, channel disappeared. No real explanation why. No real explanation for not understanding or hearing what the other side has to say. Scared the crap out of me. Why is that? Because number one, I feel some sort of responsibility that that particular channel was stricken and taken down. Or not even stricken, just straight up deleted. 66,000 subscribers on that channel. Multiple videos every week. Always very courteous and kind to everyone, even the haters. And one of the few people who would ever even listen to what I have to say. Snap of a finger, gone. It's crazy to me. I cannot risk that happened to this channel. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to try to live stream over on X. I'm going to move all the videos that I can over to Rumble. The Rumble channel will be the same thing it is here, TA with Keith Lay. I haven't even set it up yet. It'll be all out next week. I'm going to try to move what videos I can over to that platform. That's not a guarantee that I'll be able to, but I'm going to try. I for certain got to get the instructional videos over there. Some of those are on Discord. But that doesn't necessarily guarantee that they'll stay there. I can't really control that, unfortunately. By the way, my internet's kind of clipping in and out a little bit. I just noticed it. Hang on a second. Well, we'll give it a second here. I see it clipping in and clipping out. That's weird. Let's turn some stuff off real fast. Oh, it's not that. It's just tripping in general. It's just the internet tripping in general. Anyway, I'll still live stream. We'll still probably, because most of the stuff comes from X anyway. I'll still live stream there, and I'll try to simulcast some of the stuff over on Rumble. It's not quite as easy to do that over there as it is over here. The cool thing about what this platform does is it's very snap, easy, done, no problem. And because of that, it's ease of use and ease of listen like you are right now. It's why I like this platform to begin with. Y'all, we started this channel just so everyone could learn. This was never intended to be what it turned into, and this thing blew up and went way farther than I ever thought it would go. And swear to God, y'all, shout out. Big shouts to all of y'all. None of y'all had to come here and watch this, but you did anyway. Let me zoom out for a second and read the rest of these comments because I can see some of the comments here. Yeah, Nomad said he's going to try to rewatch. No worries, brother. Robbie D, like I kind of explained there, and what Frank said is the actual answer. I believe it's a set couple of people, and I can't really say their names because I don't want to get cut down too. Frank Castillo said he's reinstated, which is great if that's the case. Like, that's super, super great if that's the case, because I feel like that was a great live stream. Rumble is similar to this particular platform that I'm on, only there's way less rules. I can kind of say what I want. I can kind of do what I want, short of obvious PORN. You can't do that on there. But you can do a lot of other stuff, right? It's like a more open form of what we're doing here. And it's a similar style layout on the user side, so it kind of looks the same as this one over here does, like an open source version of this, right? I didn't see the vid, but yeah, there's a few things that'll get you deleted. Yeah, that's absolutely right, dude. And I'm not even sure what we said or did, but I think it was a certain few people who did it. And then once it was done, when you try to get the bot to listen to you and like reinstate your stuff, nah, bot don't want to hear what you got to say. Bot just cuts you off and doesn't listen. It's pretty wild. It really is. Carmine Glitch, good to see you. Dragon, what's up, bro? But I can finally wear my clamps on stream. Bruh. I don't know about all that.
Come on, man.
No, we're not doing all that. Thank you for everything, Charts Can't Lie. So, I got a couple old streams I want to look at. Look, everyone, we can sit here and talk about charts all day long. There's no sense in talking about what we already knew what was going to happen. We've been talking about this for how long? Well, I'll show you how long. I've got a couple of old live streams to pull up. Let me put my headphones on so I can hear this shit. What's crazy is, this is back in the day, man. Oh wow, I'm loud as hell in these, bro. Y'all didn't tell me I was so loud. Golly. Turn that down some. All right. This is back in the day, back all the way in October 6th, 2020. If you notice here, I looked way younger, number one. I looked way younger, number one. I'll drop the camera off so you can see it a little better. There you go. And it was the white background instead of the dark mode. It was in non-1080p. I was also in the orange background right there. That's the laundry room of the other house we used to live at. That's the laundry room, folks. That's where I used to do these live streams, in a laundry room. Just to the side of my shoulder right there is the dryer. We actually put a table back there and put a green screen behind it to try to make it work. It didn't work. It was my infancy on trying to figure all this out. So listen, this is what I also sounded like in October. I'm talking about Chainlink here. The price of Chainlink was $8 back then. That's crazy, isn't it?
I'm assuming S1 minimum of S1. This could just, stall out at the 200. We don't really know yet. We're gonna have to really eyeball this one because Link is kind of a front runner. It's out ahead of most other charts as far as being on top of support.
God, my voice sounded weird, y'all. Why y'all ain't tell me I sound that weird? That's crazy. I did not know I sounded that stupid. God, y'all are jerks for not making fun of me and telling me that. Then I would have tried to sound better. Too late now. Bitcoin. This is me analyzing. This is the first ever upload. This is the first ever upload video on YouTube that was not car stuff. And in this video, you can kind of see in the background behind me, there's a green thing that hangs up and it's got like Chinese stuff on it. Wife used to teach Chinese kids how to speak English online. And she had teacher stuff behind her to hang up to make it more appealing for the kids, right? Just more old stuff. Just throwback.
Clean 38 touch and took off. That's beautiful. Technical analysis, once again, a 50% continuation wick, and a go. I love it.
What's interesting is this the same stuff you hear me talk about now, only it was 4 years ago when we already knew what was coming. We already knew what to do. We already knew what was up. And honestly, folks, we've been executing since then. It's not a brag. It's not a flex. It's just to show you what technical analysis can do. It removes the emotions from, oh no, what do I do? Helium Keith is crazy. Helium Keith is crazy. That's pretty good, dude. Helium Keith. Look, Frank said those times were revolutionary. Bro, you're exactly right. Exactly right. A lot of influencers gassing coins like EMP, Guru, Car, Zatwin, Mode, Storm, blah, 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 blah. I know you don't do chart no more. Send your way and we can talk about it on Discord. Absolutely. We talk about it on Discord nonstop, 24/7, 365. The link's down below, wop.com/team786. You can jump on there and holler at us, talk to us. I'm there almost every day, all day. Honestly, man, the last few days have been a roller coaster, bro. I don't know whether to worry or not worry. I don't know whether to be concerned. I don't know whether to just be happy and deal with it and just act like the world's just going around me and everything's perfectly fine, even though that's a bit delusional. It's been a wild ride. This thing hitting 103,000, 104,000 yesterday was super fun. It wicked, but it stayed up here, and I kind of expected this to happen. We talked about how the new months are always wonky. We have the end of the year coming up. Things are getting a little weird. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Yeah, I don't particularly talk about any one coin on here, and I never will. We always going to talk about everything. There have been more that I care about because I'm in them. Yes, I disclose everything that I buy. It's over in the Discord. You can go see my entire spreadsheet and portfolio to the dollar about what I have and what I don't have. I'm very open about that. And if you don't like that, well, I really don't mind telling you that I don't care if you mind or not. I can't say too much because I don't want to get booted off of here. And I really don't want to fight that fight with the big dogs. While I think that they may be slowly losing their grip, they ain't lost their grip yet. You know what I'm saying? So since they ain't lost their grip, I got to tiptoe. It's all good and it's all gravy. Nonetheless, I'll scroll out a little bit here on Bitcoin so we can just go over a little bit while I talk. But, back in 2020, things were a little different. People like to throw the narrative that we had more money come in because we had stimulus and this, that, and the other. And I would honestly hear that argument. I think there's some fruition to it and some validity to it. However, that's not the be all end all. You're trying to stick a reason to the fact. And that doesn't necessarily matter if there's a reason to the fact. The fact is the fact no matter what, reason or not. I think this still pushes up through December here. Figured it would take 2 weeks. It's been 5 days. So give it another 11 days to figure out what it wants to do here. But I honestly don't think it needs 11 days. I think it may be about 6 or 7 more days. And we see it start to push up here toward the upper levels. And again, even if this doesn't happen now, what happen later? I'm just hoping that it happens now rather than later. Solid possibility that we get more upward action all the way through. And we talked about this same thing on the live stream last week. We talked about this same thing where I said, give it a couple days, a week, and it'll push up through this 1272 fib that it touched perfectly so far. Wiped a lot of longs, wiped a lot of shorts. Now it's right back where it was as if nothing happened. You continue on with what was already happening. What was already happening was this parabolic uptrend. I still think this runs out through the beginning of the year. I do think we'll get some wonkiness at the beginning of the year / end of the year, whether that's the first day or the first week of the new year. Well, that's up for debate. And I don't want to sit here and act like I've got the perfect answer to that. That's a lie. No one has the perfect answer to that. I can just tell you that we're close, right? We want to be as close as we can. I know that somewhere around the beginning of the year is close to the time when we'll see Bitcoin have a bit of a drawback. And not like we had yesterday. I'm talking about a real pullback, 15, 20%, something like that really kicks you in the mouth and makes you worry. We haven't had that happen. That's not happened in quite a while. So it's only a matter of time before that happens. You have to think like the person you're going against, which is the market makers. 120 to 130, 125 to 130 end of the year would be amazing. Could we go farther than that? Yes, we could. We could stretch our legs all the way up to the 1618, which is all the way up here at 175. Just seems a bit far-fetched for me right now. It's already ran pretty hot. I know it's retail time and new money has come in, but we'll go over that in a minute. It's not necessarily only Bitcoin getting the money now. I'll explain that in a moment again. But for now, it's a battle with the 1272 at about 103 to 105,000. Call it 100 because that's a nice even round number. We talked about how, 100,000 to 105,000 is a sticky mess because that's a nice big round psychological number. You don't just push through big, nice round psychological numbers simply. You must fight through them. And this is going to be a little bit of a fight. So far, yesterday was the first good hard punch, right? The Bulls threw a punch, the Bears swung back and hit them back. So far, even stalemate. Give it some more time. Let them battle a little more. We'll see what happens. When I first joined, I thought your voice sounds like Merle from The Walking Dead. Bruh.
Bruh. Come on, man.
That's terrible, dog. How you going to say something so mean?
Wrong.
I guess it did, listening back to it. Anonymity said, last stream, so do likes even matter? No, not really. It's just fun to do. Yeah, I'm just glad everybody's here. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's just to go into a new platform. Just go into a new platform. I'm not even monetized over there or anything like that. So it isn't like it, you know. I will say when I drop it, I'll post on YouTube that I did it. I'll post on X. I'll post on Rumble. I'll post on Facebook. All of them. Let everyone know that I'm switching to a different platform. I'm going to keep this one up as long as they let me keep it up. As long as they let me keep this platform up, it will stay up. Problem is, I don't know that it will. So all the other videos, all the instructional videos, all the how to use RSI, how to use TradingView or whatever, that'll all stay there. I just won't do live streams anymore. And I may be able to post strategy videos and other stuff up after I run them through the screener to make sure that they won't take my content. Because I've got a secondary screener that some creators use to put their content through to make sure it'll get through the right screener first, because some of the stuff you guys can't see on the back end are when I put a video out, the stats tell me what I should and shouldn't do or what I should and shouldn't try to appeal to. It always tells me to appeal to the lower age groups because the lower age groups are more intent watcher on what excuse me. It's called an intent watcher. You're going to sit down and really look at the screen. You know what I mean? Those tend to be 18 to 35 or whatever. Those tend to care about only using this particular platform. We may lose a lot of those people, which is the worst part of this because I don't want to lose anybody. But I understand that that's just how it is. I don't know why we were singled out. It's really odd that the people who speak out against the hopium got singled out. I don't want to say too much about it because if I say too much, then I'm going to get picked off too, and I don't want that to happen. And that's crazy, man. All right. So let me get y'all with a little bit of alpha here on being a man, being a grown man. Once you're a grown man, you have responsibilities that you don't normally have until you get a little older and realize you have those responsibilities. One of those responsibilities that I have is making sure that my voice isn't taken from me. When you get to a certain point like I have in life where you're your own boss, you make your own hours, you work your own time, you do your own business. You see, it's a lot of myself, doing it myself, my own. You don't get to take away what I can say and what I can do so long as I'm not breaking the law. Your subjective rules, which may or may not be guidelines that I like, are different. You may have a set of rules that I don't like that you get to enforce, and that's cool. That's your rules. However, I'll say whatever I want. You don't get to tell me what to say. If I want to say something, I'll say it. I don't care. It's my life. It's my words. I'll say what I want. Problem is, I can't do that on here. I don't like being told what to do. I've had a problem with authority my entire life. I don't mind working within a set of guidelines. Those guidelines are starting to get a little too stringent for anyone. Right? Unless I want to make gooberish gumball content like some creators do. And that just ain't me. Y'all know I'm not going to sit up here and be fake. I'm going to spit real. And that's all I'm going to do. All right? Don't let your voice get taken from you. All right? Don't let your voice get taken from you. I can't be a part of having my stuff taken. I just can't. So X, Rumble, we'll keep it going on there. We got another year of this. Like I told everyone, we have another year of this. We got another year of bull coming. And if that's the case, we have another year of bull market coming. Well, I want to get all I can out of it. All right. I don't want it to go away. I want to share it with everyone. J. Cole had a great line, man. The line he said, what's good is sitting in first class if my friends can't sit. You know what I mean? I want everybody there with me. I don't want this just to be the Keith show. I want everybody there with me making as much money as they can, man. So anyway, I talked about Bitcoin. Let's look at a couple different things here. This is, if you look, I chopped the camera off here. 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024. All four of them side by side. See that? All four of them from that end to this end, and then right underneath me is currently 2024. All right, so I'll go through this step by step here. 2020, what you're seeing is Fibonacci retracement. Those are the horizontal lines, and just think of those as waypoints. All right, you see a line with a label 1272, 1414, 1618. Note that they're the same on all four charts. All right, I pulled them just the same for all four halvings, which are the green lines. The green lines are halvings, and the Fibonacci retracement is a set on each halving showing waypoints along the way. The white curve line is the parabola, or the hard, sharp uptrend. You can see that we had a parabola on each one of them. We're currently in the parabola now. So far, back in history, 2012, 2016, 2020, all three of those hit the 1618 Fibonacci retracement level that you see right here. All right, that's why I put the little lock symbol on there, because I think that level is a lock. Now, it's questionable if we get up this high, and questionable if we get up here to our blow off top level, which was done in 2012 and 2016, but not in 2020. It's my opinion that if ever there was a year for us to have a blow off top, it's this cycle. You're not going to get politicians, retail, big banks, big corporate, all at the same time putting money in. There's never going to be a better situation. There's never going to be a better situation for a blow off top. That being said, don't go expecting that, and I'll show you what I mean. Just expect a good run. Limit your hopium, and whatever you get on top of that is great, right? You need to limit your hopium a little bit and try to hold some of that bull mess back and understand that ain't necessarily how it works. I better choke back on this craziness a little bit and hold up and think about this a little bit, all right? So expect less, and if you get more on top of that, you hit a home run, all right? You hit a home run. Here's total market cap 1, 2, and 3. Total market cap 1 is every crypto all put together. Total market cap 2 is every crypto put together minus Bitcoin. Total 3, every crypto put together minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, so all the altcoins plus Ethereum, and all the coins plus everything. Currently, total market cap 1, broken all-time high, and in my opinion, still trending toward the 1272 at around 4.5 trillion. I think that's the marker, the first good marker that I want to see get hit. Clearly, it's not there yet. It's working on it. It's got a little more room to go. That's why I think Bitcoin's not quite done yet. Total 2, you can see it very much lagging behind, has not broken all-time high, but is over Sniper's Alley. Interestingly enough, Total 3, which is everything minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, is actually above where Ethereum is here on the chart, waypoint-wise. See that? It's actually teased all-time high over here on Total 3, and it's not done that on Total 2, right? Same targets, 1272 on all three of them. Total market cap, 4.5 trillion. Total 2, 2.5 trillion. So that means 1.5 trillion in Bitcoin alone. We can go chart that. And total 3, 1.65 trillion. Now I said 1.5 trillion on Bitcoin alone. All right, let's go look and see what I'm talking about. BTC, and we'll go to, let's see, pull up crypto cap. There's one. Where is it? Let me see. Market cap Bitcoin. There we go. So this tells us, this tells us how much money we have in Bitcoin total already. So I did the numbers here on total market cap, 4.5, 2.5. So that's actually 2 trillion. I'm sorry, I said 1.5. It's actually 2 trillion. Look at the number we're flirting with right now. Right at 2 trillion on Bitcoin. We're at 1.93. We peaked our head up over 2 trillion for just a touch and almost got there, but not quite. It tells us money's moving around and bouncing around a little bit, and you're seeing it kind of get divvied out a little bit. Some of the profits getting taken from this and moved over. How can I explain that better? We can explain that better with Bitcoin dominance. What is Bitcoin dominance? Well, Bitcoin dominance shows us how much of a grip Bitcoin has over the market. How much power is Bitcoin showing versus everything else? Let's take a trip back in history here. Here is the last bull run. All right, this was the end of the bull run in 2018. Then you've seen the bear happen, and a lot of money just went back to Bitcoin. If it was in crypto, it went back to Bitcoin. Bull run was over here. Here was our bottom on Bitcoin. You've seen dominance go up, but Bitcoin's price did not. And why did that? Why was that? Well, you've seen a lot of people not trusting altcoins at that particular time, moving back to Bitcoin to rather have that than have anything. Right after that, we made a little bit of a push up to this green box here, which was a 68 to 71% recovery. That was in 2020. Then this yellow line, which was the uptrend, failed. When it failed, that triggered alt season. I've labeled them there. All right, same situation. Bull run was over after a set period of time. Bottom was in more cleanly this time in the end of 2022. If you remember that, October 22 was when things really picked up and took back off again. That was the bottom at around 15,000 or so. But big uptrend, and look what's happened again. Same darn thing. Hit the green box that it hit over here in 2020. Same green box has been struck, and now it's started to fail downward. Excellent. It's exactly what we wanted to see. Now, there are some indicators here to look at. Weekly 50 moving average is what it's running into right now. That should catch it and hold some sort of support, which supports my idea that perhaps Bitcoin builds a couple flags here. There's a couple possibilities. This thing can come up here and do something like this and flag. It can also fail and flag down here. It can flag here and maybe pop up and then fail. Nonetheless, all these eventually point down, which tells me that money will eventually start flowing from Bitcoin all the way into alts. And the only new money will be money coming into Bitcoin from retail or big industry, right? Because if they haven't got in, they're going to be getting in. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, gosh, folks, use the Google machine. Figure out how to go search for some of this stuff. You can go look for it on X if you don't believe what you find on the Google machine. All right. But Michael Saylor's meeting with big corporations about spending hundreds of millions of dollars on Bitcoin just to have sitting on their books instead of cash. Right. It's clear and obvious. It's clear and obvious that this stuff is coming. You just have to sit back and read the data and know it. This is why we've been ahead so much. This is why this channel grew. It wasn't because people like me, folks. I hate to break it to you, but I'm not the most likable person. In fact, people hate me. I'm not a good salesman is what I've been told. I'm not a good people person. And I would agree with all of that. I'm not a good salesman and I'm not a good people person. I'm all about the data. The data is objective. All right. We can read it subjectively, but the data is always what the data is. We can't really change it. So because of that, animosity and hostility is formed with anyone who has a particular asset that they think is better than I think it is. I never wanted it to be that way. I always wanted it to be a situation where we did it together. I quickly learned that wasn't going to happen. Nonetheless, we still came a long way, y'all. We really did. I'm super proud of everybody. Look, we're all about to make a very, very large sum of money. I want everyone to be on their P's and Q's and get after it. Look, you have a year, finite amount of time to make a bunch of money. All right, make your money, put it up, and be prepared for the next bull run, because I think the next bull run will be our last big bull run. I think the next bull run is your everybody's involved in it now bull run. They're starting to sprinkle it in now, right? Where the percentages are increasing from like 11% to 12% to 13%. Next bull run, I think it's more like 60%, 70%, 75% of everyone getting into Bitcoin or crypto. It's a long race here. It's not a sprint. It's a bit of a marathon. And because of that, you got to wait. That would also coincide with the super cycle, a bigger, much larger 20-year cycle that plays out every so often, every score, or every 20 years. That makes sense if 2030 is the top. 2030 is the top next cycle, which is what I think it will be. Read a couple comments, then we'll look at a couple more charts. 1.5 BTC, Thank you, Michael Saylor. Big shout out to Michael Saylor, bro. I was not a fan of that guy, but you cannot deny what he's been able to do. Alex says, you are likable. Southern charm, brah.
Bruh.
Yeah, well, thank you. Not a lot of people like that. Joseph Johnson says, I like the realness. Well, thank you, brother. That's all I know how to do. Fake really irritates me. My cousin said he hate me, but he can't do nothing with me. We know about Rod Smart. If people can't handle the truth, it's on them. I would agree, but this platform says they can handle it and they can delete you. So I gotta do something else. Even better if crypto turns into regular TA market. Absolutely, I would love it. I would think what Terry just said is correct. Crypto nitty gritty there. We're the 1%ers, man. Bro, that's crazy. It's crazy that we are the 1%. Think about how early y'all are in this stuff. People are going to come in this at 150, 200, 250, 300. Bro, you were talking about Bitcoin when it was $3,800. Because that's what the price was back when we all met each other. $3,800. Whoo!
Bruh.
Could you imagine? That would be dead now if I had that much money that I have now to invest then. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. That was what those influencers had last time, and now they're starting up a new bull run. I can only imagine what they're feeling right now. So toast to y'all. Shout out. Let's have another sip, shall we? Not too much tonight. It's good sipping whiskey. Larceny is good sipping whiskey. Right here. Larceny. Good stuff. I keep it in the whiskey cabinet behind me here. You can't see it, but there's a whiskey cabinet standing up in the corner right here. It used to be behind me. I moved it and reorganized the office here so I can mess with the drums sometimes, which I haven't had a chance to do lately. I need to because it's good stress relief. Keith kind of sucks. Big facts. Now I have to download a new app on my TV. Yo, I know, right? That freaks me out. Anonymity said Hawk 2 a coin for the win. 3,800 and I was still scared of it. Big facts. Yeah, it's a shame about that Hawk 2 stuff, man. Unfortunately, as long as people keep falling for this stuff, it's going to keep happening. I think she's a victim of her success. This is what happens when you put uneducated people in spots of authority and they can't really handle it or they don't really know what to do. You know what I mean? You put them in a situation where they don't know what to do, they're uncomfortable and they're lost, and you just expect them to figure it out. I don't think that's fair for her or anyone. That being said, she chose this. She chose this. So you better pack up and deal with the consequences. I didn't buy any. I knew I wasn't gonna tinker with stupidity. That was on y'all to do. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all didn't, but I saw some stuff about people putting like $1 million in that joint. What is wrong with you, dude? What are you doing? What are you thinking? Can't be that dumb. Gotta be smarter than that. Good Lord, people. You got bigger brains than that. So real quick, we got about 5 minutes left, so let me go through some different ones real fast since it's the last live stream on this particular platform. Real fast, Ethereum. I still like it to go up. Log linear, no matter. 7 to 10K makes total sense. And again, none of this is financial advice. You're an idiot if you do what some guy on the internet tells you to do. You should just be taking the data I say, comparing it with what you've got, and make a decision based on what you think. All I do is analyze data. All right. Arbitrum, finally out of the depths of hell. 3 to 6, I like for sure. We get a blow off top, we can think about 10, but that's becoming a faded glory now, so I don't know. ICP, had high hopes for this joint. As long as she stays on the straight and narrow here, 40 to 60, lock it in, and then we'll see what happens after that. If we can get up to that $100 level, that would be big time if we could do that, because if that's the case, and this is one of my bigger holdings, I'll have a large sum from this. I'm hopeful for some of this stuff. Again, I can't be for sure. Velo. We've been talking about Velo for quite a while. I think this one still has a shot at 786. I think it's probably going to get hung up in the golden pocket though, and we'll see if we can get through that golden pocket. If so, 30 to 50 still in there. Baby steps. All right, baby steps. How about Gala? This is one of my favorites because I still have a Gala node and I'm still earning Gala every day. I've got about 307 or 308,000 now. At this current price, 6 cents, that's worth about $17,000 or $18,000. That's scary, isn't it? Yeah, that's scary. That's scary for me to say. Log linear, nonetheless, all of it kind of points to the 30 to 50 cent area. That's all the way up here in Sniper's Alley. Give me that and I'll be more than tickled. You can do the math. That'll be over 150,000 now if it gets to that level. That's for 300,000 tokens. Obviously, I have more than that, and I continue to accrue every day that the node runs. A couple other wild cards here. Camino, thanks Josh Udall. It's already breached all-time high. Now it's heading for what looks to be a quarter, and we talked about this one on here before. I think this one might have 50 cents in it, and right now it's only 20. That's pretty darn awesome. Zeus hasn't broken all-time high yet, but it's fixing to. It's fairly clear that this is heading to the $1.50 to $2 range. We'll see. TNSR called Tensor. Clean breakout, big weekly buy pressure. Looks like this will break all-time high as well. That's $1.50 to $2.50 at least. We'll see from there. TIA is a big one, a major one. It hasn't broken the trend if I pull the fibs out to the end of the cycle. But it is right at the 50 fib. If it can get above 8.5, if it can get above 9, really, that's a continuation fib. Same thing we talked about at the very beginning of this video when I showed you a video from 2020. I said that continuation fib. Well, there's that continuation fib again. If we can get over that continuation fib, by the end of the year, we take a shot at breaking all-time high. And for what it's worth, I think this one will. All-time high, 25 to 30 bucks makes sense. We'll see from there. That's a 4 to 5x from here for this one. Here for it. You're not going to get 10x's on all these or 100x's on all these. You're being lied to as far as that goes. But that's up to you to realize later. You're not going to listen to me about it. You're going to keep doing what you're doing because you don't think I'm telling the truth. And I appreciate the fact that you don't think I'm telling the truth. I want you to analyze this data for yourself. 2 more. Doge. Doge is up in Sniper's Alley right now on the overall. This is the point where everyone said it was going to $2 or $3 last time, and they were all wrong. All right, it faded from here. However, in the cycle, we're only at about the halfway point, which is the purple line. A little bit of fade here, and we should get some more up. And I do think it's fully possible that we get into the $1 to $1.50 range here on Doge by the end of the cycle. One step at a time, but I think it's possible. I managed to get this at 6 cents. My average became 10 cents after I added some more and sold some more. I've already taken profits out of this a couple times. I'll leave her be now. I've made my bet on this one and I've got plenty in it. I'm good to go. I can kind of stop. Last one. The last coin we ever checked on the channel live cannot be this one. So we'll do the big one after that one. This is XCN, Onyx coin. Low cap, it's on Coinbase. It's easy for everyone to buy. It hasn't broken out of the big overall trend if I pull the trend line to the end of the cycle. It is over the 236 right now, but I think it may fade it. I need to see this thing get to the 50 fib by the end of the year, and I don't know that it'll do that. However, if it can just get back to the 50 fib, which I do think it will in time, that's 250%, almost 300% just to there. If that's the case, you can get to there. Perhaps we can get back to Sniper's Alley all the way up at a nickel. If it can get all the way up there, that's 2,000%. There's you a low cap, high risk, high reward gem for you. Knock yourself out. The last thing we ever analyze on this channel will be the first thing we ever analyze on this channel. One more time. The last thing we ever analyze live on this channel will be the first thing we ever analyze live on this channel, which is XRP. It's been a long, wild 4-year ride. I did not think this would happen. I never thought we would be here, but here we are. Unreal to me. I won't say that dreams have come true. What I'll say is a lot of hard work finally paid off. A lot of very exhausting mental work finally paid off. Thought this may happen. Thank you to Crypto Turkish who shared this in the Discord. Shout out, brother. He found a tweet that I made from 2023 that said $1.50 to $2 is a lock for 2024. $3 cap until I see some other levels break. Then we can talk about $6 to $7 to $10. Blow off top up around 10 to 20. Right now, this thing's playing out darn near exactly like we thought it would, within a couple days of accuracy. And here I'll pull up what I'm talking about. You've seen me share this chart on many occasions. I labeled this for everyone and showed it for everyone, step by step what would happen. We hit our buy zone perfectly. All the TA has been shared to the appropriate people. It's been put on X. It's been on Discord. It's been sent to influencers. Most of them didn't listen. One or two of them did. And shout out to the one or two of you who did. I appreciate it. Seriously. On the other side of that, go time box. And what happened? Go time. It took off just as we labeled it. It's matched pretty closely to the fractal that we made. I said 11/18/24, November 18th. Optimal long-term target. All right. More likely now. I updated that. Looks like we're getting there. We're not quite there. Give it some time. 3 to 6 makes sense. It just makes sense. 3 to 6 makes sense. We'll see what happens from there and how fast it gets there. The quicker it gets there, the more time it has to breathe and chance it has to go farther. The very asset that started this channel is the very asset that ends the live streams. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I could not have done this without y'all. It's been a heck of a ride. We'll change it over to a couple new platforms. We'll maybe change the way we do it. We'll still be here. One more year. One more year. All right. One more hard working year and we can take profits. You can take what you want. I know I'm going to take profits. We're going to make it, everybody. Have faith in yourself. Be smart. Be strong. Keep your wits about you and don't let the hopium fool you, all right? We started this channel talking about no hopium and we'll end it talking about no hopium. I love every single one of y'all who came here and watched this channel, man. I've tried to convey love to people even if I've been a little bit harsh and a little bit obtuse with people. That was never my intent. Thank y'all. I'll leave it on this like we always do every live stream, all right? You could have been anywhere in the world. You're here with me. I appreciate that. Let's take a sip to that. That's biggie. Let's make the best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. That's Jay-Z, amongst other people. And last but not least, no one else today told you. Keith will tell you. Keith loves y'all. Y'all are badass. I love y'all forever. Thank y'all. Till next time, we'll see y'all. Sky's the limit. Y'all be good. Keith is signing out. Peace.